Well, it's that time of the night that we love. For us to learn some proper English pronunciations. And who to teach us other than Willis, the word master himself, the pronunciation genius. Willis, it's great to see you this evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Betty. It's also great to see you in yellow.
Willis, you know, last week you shocked, I think, the nation when you told us we say stomach and not stomach. That has been the talk of town, I'm telling you.
I know, you know, most of these English words, sometimes we make mistakes in our pronunciations because of what we innocently acquired at the formative stage, Betty.
I like that. So it's stomach and not stomach. All right, so let's get to tonight's stomach. So let's get to tonight's lesson. And we're going to start with word on the street, a very interesting word. Let's hear what Kenyans had to say.
Strings. Syringe. I'm a syringe.
Ni sarije ama ni sa sarije sarige syringe
Syringe.
Na kwa wenye hawajasoma siringe.
Srag.
Syringe.
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 Stranger.
Willis, you've heard that. I do not want to laugh at them because I do not know how to correctly pronounce that name. Syringe. Which is the correct pronunciation of that word?
Well, we can't laugh at anybody. I've always said nobody, not even myself, can be totally perfect when it comes to matters language, especially pronunciation of foreign languages. But this word, Betty, we say syringe. We have a stress or a primary stress on the second syllable. So syringe is the correct or acceptable pronunciation.
All right, Willis, syringe. Got it. Then moving on to this other word. Do you say integration or integration?
In the first place, Betty, we don't have ER. That sequence ER is not found in that word. We have INT. That is INTE, not INTER as in international. So we say integration, not integration. Inti, not inter.
That is a surprise, Willis. Integration.
I know.
All right, Willis, I think we are in for a treat tonight. So it's integration and not every other thing that we usually say. That's a nice one. Let's move on to another one here. Do we say clause or clause when you mean a particular part or article of a document? Is it clause or clause? Or clause? We
don't say clause. We don't say clause, clause and all that. We say clause. We have what we call a vowel digraph, that is A and U forms the long vowel sound O. Clause. Just like in pause, not pause. We also say cause, the cause, C-A-U-S-E, not cows.
All right. Willis, you've used a word that very many people have always wanted me to ask you about, digraph. You know, you use this strange word, digraph, diphthong. Maybe you should explain that, some of them to us. So digraph, what does that mean? Vowel digraph.
Betty, those who study phonetics may be at home with such terms, but not everybody studies, phonetics or phonology. So in this case, when I talk about a digraph, that is a combination of two letters that form a sound. Two letters, like in this case, A and U, forming the long vowel sound O. Close.
Okay.
August, not August.
All right, Willis got it. So we've understood digraph. Next week you'll teach us something else. Willis, moving on to another difficult word. I can't also pronounce this word correctly. I always feel like I'm messing it up. Statutory. What do we call that word? Something relating to a statute or statutes. A lot of confusion
Statutory.
there.
We say statutory, but you can also say statutory. Statutory, statutory. So the two pronunciations are acceptable.
All right.
Statutory, statutory.
Statutory and okay. I think I'll stick to Will it just come again?
Betty, we pronounce the word as statutory. But you can also say statutory.
All
so
right.
statutory is also acceptable.
All right. What about this other one? Do we say statute or statute?
Statute. Statute.
Okay.
The statute.
All right. Got it, Willis. Moving on to another word that we commonly use. Do we say tuition or tuition? Tuition fees, tuition fees. How do we pronounce that one?
That is a very tricky word, Betty, in English. It's common but very tricky.
Yes.
We should avoid saying tuition or tuition.
Tuition.
We should say tuition, tuition. Tuition, no. In fact, you can use tuition and tuition, but don't say tuition in careers of serious communication.
Okay. Willis, today you are on fire. Tuition, is that correct?
I know. Some words look very simple and common,
Yes.
but I can tell you for free, they are very, very tricky when it comes to correct or acceptable pronunciation.
So it's tuition. Tuition, is that correct?
Tuition,
Okay.
you can also say tui or tiwi, but
Okay.
not tuition.
Okay, got it, Willis. Moving on to another common word, battery or battery. It's a simple word, but varied pronunciations, Willis. Take us to school.
That word has two acceptable pronunciations.
Okay.
Two acceptable pronunciations, what we call alternative pronunciations.
Uh-huh.
You can say battery, battery, or you can say battery.
Got it. Moving quickly to our feedback question, and Rita Kiprono from Eldoret wants to know, do we say possess or possess?
In the first place, that Rita Kiprono sent me a message and said she loves Mind Your Language like nothing else. Anyway,
Great.
that aside, we say possess, possess. The first double S takes the voiced sound Z, but the last double S is just voiceless.
Okay.
So possess, possess. We should avoid possess.
All right, Willis. So after telling us about the integration, do you have any other surprise word, Willis?
Betty, tonight I'll remind you about, when we talk of something that makes an activity or process to develop more quickly, you'll find many people talking about impetus.
Yes.
Impetus because of what we see. Now, that word is not impetus. We say impetus, not impetus. That letter E takes the pure or short vowel sound E. Impetus. So we should avoid impetus.
Wow, Willis, so that's an amazing way to end Mind Your Language today. Impetus. Got it, Willis. Integration. I loved tonight's lesson, Willis.
It's always my pleasure to be right here to talk about the correct or acceptable pronunciation of English words, but we should remember that these are the pronunciations that are deemed fit for careers of serious communication. Not
All
everybody
right.
would use them.
All right, Willis. Thank you so much. Call him Willis, the word master, coming to us from Kisumu County, teaching us those difficult pronunciations like integration and impetus. You can only find him right here on Friday Briefing.